Welcome everybody to Go Local Live. I'm Josh Fenton. I want to thank Dr. Michael Fine, who was just with us a little while ago, giving some disturbing numbers about the trends and the growth of the number of cases in Central Falls and Pawtucket. Number of cases in Central Falls tripled in 2 days, triggering a little bit of a warning from Dr. Fine. Later, after we go to Bob Whitcomb in a moment, the governor will be giving her presentation at 1 o'clock. She continues to not allow reporters to directly ask questions so that the public can hear the questions or ask follow-ups. She's one of the only governors in the country to disallow reporters from having those opportunities to directly ask questions. Let's go to Bob Whitcomb. Bob Whitcomb, GoLocal columnist, longtime editorial page editor of the Providence Journal. Bob, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're in the midst. You've been around a little while. You've covered everything from Watergate at the Wall Street Journal. You saw 9/11. You've seen numerous conflicts and crises. Where does this one rank on the scale?
Well, it's very high. It's open-ended, too. We're swimming in uncertainty. In the case of 9/11, obviously, that was an event, and various bad things followed from it, but it was an event. The financial crash in 2008 was an event. I'd say the 70s, when I started working full-time, even though I actually had a newspaper job, Boston newspaper job in 1969, and I was thinking of that the other day, reading about Earth Day, when that was the beginning of the environmental movement as we know it. But anyway, the extraordinary thing about this is how much we're swimming in uncertainty. As I said off the air, we have very inadequate information. We have much to learn about this vaccine and how to treat it. We have no idea how many cases are out there, how many people have this thing, how many people are dying of it. And so it's very, very difficult. It's open-ended quality. And so you have this sort of, because Americans want to be in control. They want to control the future, but we're really quite powerless, and much more than in earlier crises with this thing. This thing could be, if we come up with a vaccine by next year, we'll come out okay, but this thing could drag on to the mid-2020s.
And it's sort of humbled us, right? Americans are used to American ingenuity. We can figure it out. We can work through it. We'll find a solution. This may not be quite so easy.
No, I think this could be much more complicated. So also because it's just global, so you'll have declines in cases in one area, and then big increases in other areas, and over time. And remember, the vaccine probably will not be widely available to many people in the third world, and that's going to be a big problem. And tragically, especially in a place like Syria, where it's going to sweep through. And we don't know, even if they come up with a vaccine, we don't know how effective it can be. Obviously, it would help, but there's a wide range of from no immunity to lots of immunity, depending on the disease.